Welcome to your weekend focus for September the 10th and the 11th, 2022. We have a full moon in Pisces that is just going to rock our worlds. There is so much beautiful energy attached to this. So let's start at the beginning. I'm Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly, and thank you. Thank you truly for all the positive, loving, supportive energy you send my way each and every day. I say that at the beginning all the time because I would feel horrible if I hit the record button and just stopped the video and I did not say it. So I want to make sure that I do say thank you to you all. I'm here because of you. Thank you. Okay, so we have the 10 energy. We start with the 10 energy. Let's start there. The 10 energy is about seasons changing in our lives. A lighter energy coming in usually. It usually brings promises for the seasons in our lives that we are going into to be rewarding. To move us in the right direction. If we go 1 plus 0, it is a 1 energy. It's the I am energy. It is independent and a trailblazer. It's about being a pioneer. It's about inventing and trying new things. It's about stepping into the unique person we are. If we do the numerology for Saturday, so we take September being the 9th month, 10, we go 1 plus 0 is a 1, so 9 plus 1, and then 2022 is 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 2 is a 6. We come to a 16 energy, and that is about awakenings. Many times when this happens, something is taken away from us, something is removed from our life, something changes so that we can't experience this anymore, at least in the way we have up till now. But it's in order for us to turn our focus in the right direction, to move away from what no longer has value in our life. And we see it for the first time. We see why it needs to be taken out of our lives. We see why it's been a hindrance, why it's been stopping us, pulling us back, not allowing us to step forward in who we truly want, not expressing ourselves completely. And 1 plus 6 is a 7, so standing in our truth, absolutely trying to create a harmony in this world, in our environments, in our relationships, and definitely within relationships under a 7 energy, but we have to stand in our truth. So we can't try and compromise in our relationship in a way that our needs aren't satisfied or met as well. That it works for us, that it's a win-win situation. We're not giving a part of ourselves or our power away when we make that compromise to create that beautiful harmony that we so desire. If we go to Sunday, we have the 11 energy. Yeah, let's do it. Our intuition is spiked under an 11 energy. It asks more of us, but the rewards are always greater. It's about having a vision and then a commitment to yourself, and then honoring that commitment to yourself, keeping your integrity within yourself, and allowing things to be removed in our lives that no longer matter. And we're in full moon energy. We're stepping into that. We'll talk about that when we get to the planets. But know that we also have that beautiful 11 energy in conjunction, with the full moon. So what beautiful energy is being harmonized here for our benefit going forward. Now, if we do the numerology of the day, it is a 26 energy, and that is about creating our abundance, but only by really thinking things through, by really checking out the smaller details. It's not about going to the casino and putting your money down on a bet and walking away with great odds and you've won the pot of gold, so to speak. It's not that kind of abundance that does come in. It's through using our wisdom, our logic, and our intuition. It's about allowing our self-expression to come out. And how do we express ourselves in our environments, in our world? If I were to walk into your house, is it kind of a reflection of who you are? Or do you need to make it so? Sun is in Virgo, Moon is in Pisces, and then on Sunday it will move over. Yeah, probably by the time all of us wake up, it'll move into Aries. So we have a full day of Pisces energy, and yes, we have the full moon. So the full moon is talking to Uranus. I told you the other day, Uranus is just always in our business these days. It doesn't give us any rest. So, but they're working in harmony together, so this brings in these wild conversations. This brings in exciting opportunities, events, people in your life, just seemingly out of nowhere when you round that corner. And also, because it's with the moon, it feels more natural to go with the flow, to go with what is changing in our life, to allow the process of leaving something behind and stepping into something new. It being in Pisces, it's at 17 degrees by the way. Did I mention that? Talk about wow energy, making the impossible possible. Seeing with clarity and understanding for the first time ever. It's like being in a room and you're holding this little candle and you're trying to hold it out to see what's around you, and you really can't. You'll want to make sense of it, but you really can't put it all together. And then somebody throws on that light switch and the corners are illuminated for you. And you can see clearly exactly what you need to do as your next step, or exactly what you do for that big giant goal. Exactly what you need to do to create the best life possible for you. So the 17 energy in Pisces is all about our dreams, our hopes, our wishes. So our dreams can be very prophetic right now. It can illuminate something for us. Pay attention to your dreams, waking and sleeping. Absolutely. Meditate on it, pray on it, contemplate it. Did I do the daily for? Yeah, with the 26 and the 8. Oh, I did. And that has abundance, right? The 8 energy. That's where I got carried away. So I was like, oh yeah, the 8 energy. That's about growing our abundance too. But that's about grabbing onto our courage, grabbing onto our strength, our inner strength. You don't know how courageous you truly are until you start taking the risk on yourself. You don't know how truly strong, how determined you can become, how motivated you can become if you don't give yourself that chance, that opportunity to at least test the waters, to at least push yourself into the first couple of steps. And I don't know where that came from. It was for somebody out there though. I know that much. And just before I get into the whole full moon thing, so I don't forget, on Sunday the sun is going to also talk to Uranus in a very pleasurable way for us, okay? So we become more open-minded about things, we become more adventurous about things, and I know this is full moon energy, and we're supposed to be letting go and closing doors and completion, so maybe we need to turn our energy there, but I'm really thinking that we really need to focus, almost treating it like a new moon. We may not be starting the new things right now, but we are looking at what we truly want. We're feeling that fire in our belly is what I heard, so. So we get this greater awareness or understanding of who we are, of our confidence, to show the unique us to others. So it really is about bringing our true selves out, front and center, and going forward with our strength, with our along with Uranus, and then the very next day the sun chimes in and says, hey, I want to talk too. This is great times, And we're going to bring in adventures and opportunities and people in our lives. So there will be a lot of new experiences right now that we have to digest. Also, it could be a very spiritual time for you, because it is Pisces. So maybe finding that balance between your own spirituality and how you want to walk in this world compared to, the balance of reality and what people expect of you. So we can't all go into the desert and meditate for 3 days and come back and expect our jobs to be there. So how do we bring balance into that? What are our practices? Do we meditate in the morning? Do we pray at night? Do we just journal our thoughts for the higher powers to be a part of that conversation? Do we go to a place of worship? Do we belong to a group that is like-minded in spirituality? And how does that fit into our reality, our friends, our family? How do we find that true balance, and where we have to put limits on ourselves, and where we shouldn't be putting limits on ourselves? I was with a couple of people, and she had just found out she was going to be a grandmother, which was exciting news. And she says, and it's going to be a girl. And one of the gentlemen said, well, how do you know it's going to be a girl? Could be a boy. And she says, no, I asked my pendulum. And he says, for the $50 that the pendulum threw on, it's going to be a boy. And I said, her pendulum said it was going to be a girl. I'm in on this too. So you had to know where to draw the line, absolutely, but I knew it was a comfortable atmosphere, but other people would just be, in the wrong crowd. Everybody would just be kind of looking at you like, now I'll be in a public place, I'll say something for the shock value. We're coming out of a department store, and me and my son, Paul, that you've met through here if you've been here a while, and it's just pouring. It's just so dark, gloomy out there, and it's raining. People are running with their carts and umbrellas and purchases, and wipers are going. And as we near the doors, I said out loud, well, at least it's a bright sunny day. We've got that. And this one person, oh my goodness, she thought, what is that girl on? So but Uranus is around, so you're supposed to be experiencing fun things like that. So anyways, the illumination of a dream. I don't know where I'm going with some of these stories tonight, so I don't know why I have to say them, but I've got the cards right there. So it's about epiphanies, it's about discoveries of who you want to be, who the unique you is, and where you want to grow. And it's about dreaming and illuminating that dream in some way, through meditation, through prayer. Ten of Wands. Oh, what a fitting card this is. So this is the shadow card. This is the presence that's really around us that we really have to be conscious of throughout our day. And it's the Ten of Wands. Now, here you are, and you are carrying all these responsibilities, obligations, duties, and hopes and dreams and desires as well. It's called life, and we're just busy, right? We've got so many things to tend to on a daily basis. And they weigh us down, and they slow us down. And look how hard your steps are here. You need to stop. You need to put down that sack full of wands. You need to lay them out. And really take a good look at them. Because you know what? when you look at them, well, some of them have great growth potential. I mean, we need to take some of that with us, don't we? But some of it's just dead wood. We've just been carrying it around. So there's that 16 energy coming into play of something that we want to let go of. Or it's removed and we go, oh wow, I didn't think I would feel lighter because of that, but I do. I have a renewed energy now after that experience, after that's been put in the past, is that after that has fallen away out of my life. So the Ten of Wands is paying attention to what you are truly taking forward with you and what needs to stay with you. Now our first card is the King of Swords. King of Swords, well, we get determined. The King of Swords is all about, look at that look we have here. We're just looking straight ahead. Look at that, huh? Oh, he means business. So we mean business. And we have that sword, and if we have to hack, because there is no path, we'll make a path. We'll meet that challenge. And we will overcome. Because we're going forward with some strength, and we're going forward with courage. If we so choose to. And it's going to get us through. And pretty soon you're going to forget about even, what path you're looking for. Because this path is going to energize you and motivate you. Just hitting that sword, one at a time, one stroke at a time. And actually making that path, creating that path, strategizing that path. Now, we can get a little hyper-focused under this energy as well. We can put blinders on, and we may not see how we could be ruffling feathers, hurting somebody else through our actions. Maybe we get so caught up in it, we forget life completely, and we're not seeing our friends, or we're not spending family time, or whatever it may be. Maybe we're working work too much, whatever it may be. So we have to keep ourselves in check. We have to think about those steps. And, is this really the right place to head? Because if I head over here, we can go this way, and it's a lot easier than cutting down these thicker branches. We've got the Seven of Cups. Oh, the Seven of Cups. Whoa. Pull the reins, people. Pull the reins. With the Seven of Cups, we just do not want to grab a cup and run. We don't want to go, oh, this is shiny and bright, and go running off, skipping away, because we probably won't be skipping for long when we look inside that cup and we see what was actually being in that cup. So we want to imagine that cup of beauty, of the cup overflowing with abundance, with what we see as our best life ever going forward, right? What we want to see in our life. That's what we want to see when we look into that cup. So we need to stop and think through all the things that we really are asking for, and really what is the thing that I want. Remember, it's Pisces energy. It's all about emotion. It's all about your desires, your wants, your dream, fantasy. So, and that's why we had the King of Swords saying, hey, you gotta keep in check here, you don't wanna, it's gotta be realistic, it's gotta be doable. And how do we make it doable? Well, the King of Swords is there, ready to go. And we need to really think about which way we're gonna go. We're not just gonna swing that sword and just hope for the best when we're trying to cut our path forward. We are going to think it through. Do I really wanna go in this direction? Do I really want this in my life? What will it look like? Because sometimes when we're looking at the negative, we can kind of bring it in, and it's more advantageous to us to actually think of the possibility of better, of greater. So don't be too quick to grab onto something. Sometimes the tinier, more rustic looking cup, the not shiny one, is the better one to pick. So we have to think it through. We have, oh look at this stuff, the 10 of Cups for our happily ever after. I can't make this stuff up, guys. It really is about your happily ever after. It's about your best life. What you want in your life. What you want in your destiny going forward. And what you want in your reality. This is the happily ever after. This is about happiness and celebration and feeling. So yeah, we're allowing those changes to happen, and because we're allowing those changes to happen, it's an easier ride for everybody. It's so hard when we go against the current. So this is giving us very beautiful energy to move forward with. What is your happily ever after? Think about it. Please journal about it under this kind of energy. And we also have Mercury retrograde. So what have I done for the last 30, 60, 90 days, the last 5 years towards my goal? Because chances are we have a lot of goals that we keep resetting and resetting and resetting. So now's the time to really get serious about those goals. But I'm pulling from this card, and I'm just thinking, because I'm quickly going to talk about what are you holding on to? Let it go. For goodness sakes, let it go. We even got that with our shadow card, right? We're carrying all this extra in our life, and we feel like we have to have control of it. We feel we have to take ownership of it. We feel like we need possession of it, or we can't continue in the day. And the truth is, you can't. All those things that you have in your life, we change on a dime. And I don't need to use this for a reference, but if somebody you hear that you love is injured or passes, life stops. It doesn't matter what the obligation is. It doesn't matter what the commitment is. It's a simple phone call and it's solved. So now, when you take that end of the scale and the other end of the scale, where's the middle road? What do you really need to have control over? What can you surrender? I'll surrender housekeeping. Yeah, I'm good. If somebody wants to come in and clean my house, well then thank you very much. So, I gladly give up control of that. Use whatever you use. I wouldn't even blink an eye. I don't care. Just do it for me, please. Okay, so what do you feel like that in your life? Right? Just let go of the control. It might not be done as well as you might do it, okay? There's that. But it'll get done. And that's what matters, is it gets done. And that you have your time, your energy to put it on your focus, your pathway. Because we know that it's not going to be a path that's seen by others. It's going to be our path. It's going to be very unique to us, and that's why we need to allow ourselves to be unique and authentic ourselves in creating that path. One challenge at a time. But let go, because you're weighing yourself down. And you see, you can't even move here. You're sitting on this bench, you can't even move. Because you've got a foot on each one, you're holding the other one tight. If you were to get up and let go of those things and step away from them, because if they're truly supposed to be in your life, don't worry, they'll find you again. Okay? You would see two angels guarding the door of abundance behind you. You would see how close you actually are if you would just go with the flow or surrender to something or let go of control of something. We have the Six of Cups, of course, Mercury retrograde, we get the retrograde card. This is symbolic of past influences coming back in your life. Okay, very much so. But when I see this card and the way it's displayed to this artist, I see something completely different. I see you as the child, the inner child. And I see those flowers as the things that you dreamed about as a child, the things that you thought you could step into, the happily ever after you imagined. And everybody said, you can't touch those flowers. You get away from those flowers. Those flowers aren't meant for you. What makes you think you're so deserving of touching those flowers? Scoot, you're going to wreck them. Get any closer, you're going to wreck them. We all heard something like that at some point or another, probably prior to the age of 7, because that's when critical thinking comes in, and we can start thinking a little bit for ourselves. But not necessarily, because things can come in after the age of 7 that we just go, I didn't know that. How does everybody else know that? And I didn't know that. And so you change your path. You shut down that door. and build that way. Now next to you here is an angel, a guide, a past loved one. I believe it's an angel, whispering in your ear saying, those flowers were meant for you all along. Go ahead, reach out, touch the flowers. See, I'm touching the flowers. Go ahead. Inhale their fragrance. Feel the vitality. Every one of those flowers were meant for you all along. And you see how we're kind of pulling away? We're hesitant. So it's about understanding. Our angels are telling us it's okay. Take that step. You've thought it through, then take it. It's a beautiful energy to step into your dreamscape. And then look at this, the Eight of Swords. Wow. Eight of Swords is all about your perception is changing. Here you thought you were blindfolded and trapped. You didn't know how you were going to go forward. You felt like you were in a corner. But this was it. And after the shock, when you start to breathe normally, you realize your feet and your hands aren't even tied. You're just blindfolded. And you open your eyes and you see that those swords weren't even in the ground all that deeply. That you could have went forward at any point. Now that you see clearly. So there's a clarity that comes in, but it's because there's a shift in your perception, your understanding of what was and what is. It's like you're standing really close to a wall and you're pushing and you don't know why you're not getting anywhere, but you'll never get through that wall. And a part of you knows that. So just back it up 10 feet. Breathe, look around, and wow, there's a door over there, a window here. There's a lot of ways to go forward. Or maybe just one. All we need is one. Okay, I'm going to have a sip of water because I'm talking far too much. We get big energy, we get big readings, don't we? Okay, we get a mantra card here. So it's exciting energy for us. And anything that happens, so expect miracles, expect it. Expect your dreams to come true. Expect to meet that person. Expect to land that job. Expect to. And then put your focus towards it. The attention towards it. Beautiful energy for that. And maybe not even taking the steps right now, because Pisces, maybe more on Sunday will feel like that. I think Saturday is more of a kind of drifter kind of energy. Allow the dreamscape to come in. You can get out of work and put it off. I just might suggest that to you. It'll be waiting for you. Don't worry. It's not going anywhere. Okay. And we have, look at this. I can't make this up. You guys know I can't make it up. The phoenix arises. New beginnings. The phoenix rising out of the ashes. The old burnt away, so we're back to that 16 energy again, the awakenings, to be rebirthed, to start anew, to hit the reset button to our lives. What's the matter, Milo? Has Paul forgotten to feed you? I said that loudly on purpose. Because it's Paul's turn. I surrendered that control for tonight, so I could be here with you guys. Do you want to come up and say hello to everybody? Really fast? Up? Come on up. Okay, so that's Milo. I got him when he was like 35, 40 pounds. I had no idea if he was actually a 95-pound dog. So, when I fed him, he was that malnourished. They would have to, if I didn't take him, he would have been euthanized because They just couldn't keep anything in his stomach. He was that stressed on that. Yeah, he was that stressed. Can you imagine? He couldn't even hold anything down. So, anyways. So there's Milo's card, right? Happily ever after. Dylan too, he's got a story. Anyways, back to you. The new beginnings. Begin your new life. To be the phoenix rising out of the ashes. To step into abundance and across the path. Okay, so no hook. Oh, here we go. New beginnings. I don't know what that ruckus is out there, but calls it. New beginnings. Oh, you know what this is? I didn't put the dog food in the container, so he's got this big bag. That's not good. New beginnings burst with a sort of confidence and excitement, marking the start of a new direction full of adventure. You are in a good position to use your abilities and desires to reach your full potential. You're being guided to act now and use this creative energy and enthusiasm to get this project successfully underway. You are being driven by a creative force. The mantra is, I am excited and ready for a new beginning. I am excited and I am ready for a new beginning. And say it. And say it with excitement. And say it with enthusiasm. Say it with anticipation. Because it's about raising your energy when you say a mantra. It's about raising your energy to what you truly want to bring into your life. So we definitely want to say, I am excited. I am excited and I am ready. I am excited and I am ready for a new beginning. Bring it on. Okay, let's put an animal card. So, no, Paul hurt his arm, so it's actually, he can't do things. So I apologize for the noise, but I should have done that and I forgot to do it. So it was in the bin, so we just did a scoop. So, anyways, my God. Okay, oh look at this. We got the black jaguar, the old soul, of course. So walk through life with confidence and grace. You have power from beyond the world. Focus on what you really want. You can create your dreams. You can't make this up. I'm telling you, the energy is so potent. Okay? Now remember, we have Mercury retrograde happening, so you want to take it nice and slow. You maybe don't want to act very quickly on anything, if at all, this weekend. But we have that Aries moon coming in, and we'll probably get busy on Sunday with something, so, okay? But walk with confidence and grace, okay? And that's by knowing your strength, and that's by knowing your courage. That's by believing in yourself and knowing that the miracles are awaiting you. You have the power beyond the world. And of course we will get a Journey of Love card, because it is a full moon. So remember with the 16 energy, it is about the removal of things, and that can, but there's a lot of good energy, okay? I tell you, when I did Fridays, it wasn't, daisy fields and unicorns and rainbows. So I would just be cautious, because that energy is still, it'll be waning, but it'll still be present. Okay, so, but there's a lot of beauty in this weekend, and going forward for the next several weeks, right? Because it is a full moon energy. Usually full moons tell us all the stuff that we have to remove and release, and of course it's told us that point blank, actually. But it's more about knowing that you can succeed right now, that you can have your happy ever after. You get that determination, you get that vision which motivates you to go forward. So journal, meditate, pray, contemplate, ponder. And grow that dream. affect that dream. Okay, I read right out of the book for this one because I cannot do looking for this. I start reviewing the decks I have and the decks I've just got. That actually would be fun. So our card today is Let the Feminine Lead the Way, 39 energy. Let the feminine lead the way. So I'll read the poem first. Oh, this one's kind of short. Okay, let the feminine lead the way. My coming out is the freedom to fully be who I am, and the surrender to the divine essence expressing through and around me. My coming out is the marriage of twin souls with my life partner, in gratitude, in love, unfolding as more than we could ever be on our own. The feminine principle in you, whether man or woman, is the way forward in your life now. She is the principle of feeling and of surrender. She feels intelligence of the divine guiding light in a way that a masculine principle cannot at this time. You may not see where you are going therefore, but you can feel your way forward. Trust her. It's all about hacking the path forward, making our own path, isn't it? Wow. I got goosebumps when I read that. You may not see where you are going therefore, but you can feel your way forward. Trust her. Let your mind go. Let your senses lead you, becoming more exquisite and communicative. Be led by your heart. Don't worry if you don't know all the details yet or how it's going to work out. She knows the way. Let her lead. This oracle brings confirmation to you that what you have been feeling or sensing, even without any logical, physical evidence, is worth following up on. Trust your senses over appearances. Trust your intuition over your intellect. You are letting feminine wisdom guide you, and she will never steer you, and she will steer you in the best direction. So tapping into that intuition once again. I can feel the urban energy of this somewhere else it popped in. And telling me again to remember, I do love you.